Realtors.
All right. It is the last Tuesday of the month. There's actually 5 Tuesdays this month, but we were in Vegas last week, so we did not have a call last week. So luckily for us, it's the end of the month. It's still Tuesday. So we are doing our funnels call today. And I'm going to open up my screen here in a minute and share with you guys, go over some stuff for about 15 minutes. Then for those of you on the call, I'm going to stop recording and we're going to open it up for some one-on-one or one-on-8, whatever, coaching, Q&A. Where are you at? Like, just, we want to be here to help you. So I'm Loding, and my good friend, Angela Kristen Taylor, is also on this call. She's having lunch, so we're going to let her have her lunch, but she'll be on toward the end. And, well, there she is. She's like, I'm going to smile. There she is. So Angela Kristen Taylor was my coach for about 3 years, about 7 or 8 years ago, and changed my life. And then we became best friends, and the rest is history. And here we are. She's a broker with Epic Realty in Georgia, so she knows her stuff. She is phenomenal and has, oh, I love it, has so much to offer agents, and she's just, you know, here to help. So she helps me on these Tuesday calls. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to dig in to funnels. Hold on. My slow screen here. All right. So my name is, okay, Sabrina, you're throwing me off here. Got the recording thing on there. So I'm Dawn Loding. I have been a real estate agent for 23 years or 22 years. And with a successful real estate business, I've had some years better than others, but it's been consistent. I've always sold anywhere from 30 to 60 deals a year. I've built a team. I've been at a couple of brokerages, and it's been a lifestyle for me. I haven't stopped doing it at all. I do more, and now part of my more is that I'm building a team at Epic Realty, and I'm inviting agents to join me there because of the phenomenal tools. So that's what I'm doing. But every Tuesday we do these calls. I share a system that I created called Freedom to Flourish Through Real Estate. And that is what this call is all about. Every week we go over one of these pillars. One of these pillars, these 4 pillars, in my opinion, and it's just an opinion, but I found myself being overwhelmed, overworked, overloaded, confused, dazed, and sometimes just frozen. And I was like, man, I've been doing this for long enough. Something's got to give. Like, I got to create a system for myself. And then I sat down and I wrote it. And it just so happens about that same time, I was asked to be a mentor at EXP about 7 years ago, is when this whole thing was born. And I was like, how do I explain it to them when I don't even understand it, right? So this is what came of it. No matter what you're doing in your real estate business, you're always working in one of these pillars. And so I just made it easy, and I break it down, and I revisit each pillar every single month, and I work on it a little bit. So depending on what week it is, you'll find me working on those systems, implementing now, but perfecting as I go. So, and I invite you guys to just join me on the ride. Every first week we talk about mindset in your business plan. That's next week. So that's getting it all started from the beginning. I'm going to share the plan. We're going to get started. The second week of every month, we do foundations. For us at Epic, that's Lofty. It's your logo. It's your VIP database. It's your newsletter. All kinds of different things are foundational pieces in your real estate business that once you get those set up, you don't have to do it anymore. Like, you just then go revisit it, update it once a month, and it goes out, which then rolls into the automation. So once you create it, let's automate it. I am all about systemize, automate, and then delegate. Get some assistants. I have 2 virtual assistants that do a lot of stuff in my business for me. And then here we are today. We're in funnels. So funnels is where your leads come from. You know, so many real estate agents, excuse me, get their license and they activate one funnel. It's friends and family, and that's it. They tell a couple of friends and family that they got their real estate license and they don't build a business. And I'm here to change that and help you guys figure out how to change that. That's a great funnel. Your friends and family is like the first funnel, right? That's your VIP people. And but you need a marketing campaign for them as well, so that they will know you, love you, trust you, and use you. So that's what we want to talk about today, is we want to dig into these funnels. So I'm going to kind of jump back and forth from these next couple of slides a little bit because they kind of all go together, and only make sense when put together. But one of the foundational pieces that we talked about all the way back up here, let me just jump up here too for a second. In week two, I'm sorry, week two, Dawn, here we go. In week two, foundations, you'll see one of the things that I talked about this month was offers. Offers, now we're going to dig in deeper to in offers. But I want you guys to think of an offer as the top of the funnel. These are your offers right here. These are all of the things, the thing that you're going to put out into the world that is going to get people to connect with you, to want to communicate with you, to push the button and exchange their information with you, so that you can then get them into your Lofty account, into your CRM, or whatever you use. I say Lofty, but exchange that with KB Core, whatever you use. Just make sure you're using something. Okay, well, mute that. But what is your offer? And I'm going to give you guys some great ideas today for some offers. So we're going to get back to that. But the offer then leads to the actual funnel. And this is the funnel. This is where you build the relationship with those people. You bring the awareness, you send them a value, you send them, for us, it's like market reports, whatever, newsletters, engagement. And then at the bottom of that funnel, when that client is ready to buy or sell, that's when they're going to call you, because you have been there for them for the past year, providing valuable information, whether that be like a weekly blog, a monthly blog, a YouTube video. It's up to you to decide all of these things that are going to happen in here. But the thing is, so often agents, they worry about this down here and they want to lead now. But our business is not about the leads now. Those are great when people say, hey, Dawn, I need you to come list my house. But why are they doing that? The 9 times out of 10, it's because they know, and I've been showing them through Lofty campaigns, newsletters, videos, emails, whatever, all of these different things. I've been showing them that I'm the person they want to work with when it's time to buy or sell their house. And so this happens after all of this happens. Our job as realtors is to create all of this and then prove to them why they want to work with us. So let's dig into some of the different funnels, and this will all come together at the end, I promise. And then you're going to go work on a couple of funnels for yourself. All right, so funnel number one should always be your VIP database. I have 2 transactions right now that are closing in the next week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, a couple weeks, that are both from my VIP. And it's like the 4th or 5th time that we have closed them. And I just take really good care of my VIP database. We use send out cards. I use HomeBot. I have a whole marketing plan for my VIP database, so that they always, if they think realtor, they think of me. So that's the thing that I would highly, if you guys don't have this, this is the first thing I think you should take the next week and just start building it. I have a template for you. You need to go through your phone, you need to go through Facebook, you need to message them, call them, get their email address, their address, and their phone number. You could even just do that probably through Facebook. Most people put their email and everything in Facebook. And if not, it's a good time to just send them a quick text and say, "Hey Dawn, or hey Angela, it's Dawn. Hey, I am sending out a monthly newsletter with what's going on in our town. It has some great info in it. I would love to mail it to you. Do you mind if I get your address real quick?" And they're going to give it to you. These are your VIP people. Just figure out some way, some kind of hook to get to connect with them. And then you're going to add them to this database, because then we're going to upload that database into your Lofty account and get them on a campaign of some kind. So VIP, that is my favorite number one funnel. The second funnel is listings to leads. I love listings to leads. And it just so happens when I joined Epic, I was thinking I was going to exit the real estate production side of it. And I had not really been using listings to leads much. I mean, we still closed, I don't know, 25, 30 transactions over the past year while I onboarded lots of real estate agents into Epic and did all that. I'm also the area leader. So it's been a little bit of a crazy year for the past year, but I never got rid of listings to leads. It's the number one site for all of my marketing. It is a marketing platform in itself, and I love it. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about that later. And so, but it just so happens that instead, if you've been following my journey, I signed up for Agent Hub 360. And it just so happens that listings to leads is the same platform that they use. Only I was using it at like a level 2 and they use it at like a level 10. And now I just got to push a button and the marketing all gets ordered for me. It's phenomenal. So listings to leads, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that yourselves through listings to leads. Social media ads. I know a lot of agents that do a lot of business just from doing a post, sharing things, kind of finding their niche in social media and connecting to those. But the thing is, like, you need to be collecting those people in your database. If you're going to connect with them and they're following you and they're in your area, like, put them on your VIP database. Tell them, "Hey, I'd like to send you a card. Like to send you a thank you note for following me and all your nice comments, compliments." Tara, like, that would be phenomenal to really just connect with those people. And then if you have like a national following on social media, same thing, like just connect with those people, get an email platform like MailChimp or something, and get the emails so that you could use these things in your business. This is a business. Then let's see, social media, paid leads. I'm not a fan of paid leads right now, or really ever, but I will say I did a lot of business on Zillow one year, but it was costing me like $4,000 a month to do business. It was a lot. And it was kind of hectic and crazy, but there's a lot of them that have a lot cheaper that you can do. I'm all about referral business though. Sign up for every single referral. If you have to pay a 30% referral, get it. Your goal needs to be to use all of these different things and build this VIP database. Like, that's it. It's just a matter of filling your pipeline so that you could get them on here, and then you'll start getting more referral business. But until then, you got to get all this stuff done. All right, realtors, referrals from realtors is a great one. I get a lot of that. For sell by owners, farming, all of these are different funnels, and there's 100 more of them. And if you're not sure which ones are going to be stuff that be the ones that are your thing, and when I say that, I mean it. If you're not comfortable calling for sell by owners, then don't have that be one of your funnels. Expireds. If you're not an expired person and you don't want to call those are low, what do they call it? Low laying fruit, because those people are ready to buy or sell now, but they come with a lot of baggage, a lot of trauma, a lot of, FISBOs think that they can sell their house better than you. They're trying to do it. It's, these people are frustrated. Expireds, they just had their house on the market. They don't like realtors. They think we suck. And so, because they got a bad one and they're going to blame it on their realtor when 9 times out of 10, they overpriced it. Their realtor told them not to do it. They did it anyway. They needed to blame somebody. So they're blaming the real estate community. So that is why we never list overpriced houses. So, yeah. Sorry, I had to check that message really quick. So farming, if you live in a good community and you want to farm that community, there's all kinds of different things that you could do with each one of these. But you get the idea. These are different funnels that you can work by setting them up from beginning to end. Each one of them should have their own offer. And that special offer is what you're going to build so that you can market it and have something beautiful to market or to gift them or to get them to click it. And I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. But these are just some of the ideas. Your offer can be in a social media post. It could be a word of mouth. Hey, I do a newsletter. Love to add you to it. I give some great information about our local area. Relocation, that's one I'm building this year. SEO, if you want to start a blog, which at Epic now we can do blogs for free. I'm so happy. We get a customizable IDX website through Lofty now. Oh, I'm so excited about digging into all of that. SEO, print, you want to do letters. At Listings to Leads has a nearby homeowner letter that they swear by. I've never done it, but guess what? I just pulled the trigger to do my first one this morning. So I'll let you know how that goes. TV, radio, I don't know about that. I did do commercials at one point in my career though. Pay-per-click, online directories, blog. I love the blog idea. Email marketing. I'm really big on email marketing and social media. So those are mine. Social media, word of mouth, of course, SEO, print with the newsletters. Like you just got to pick what are your offers going to be, right? Okay, so now I want to dig into this little bonus area that we have here. And this is where Angela is going to join me because we're going to talk about helping you guys to create. I got to get Angela on my little thing here so I could just see her face. Hi, Angela. I see you. You're like, where are you? But okay, so what is your offer? So I just want to give you guys an example of a few offers and what this looks like. So for my VIP, I built it already. I'll show you guys if you want to see it, what it looks like. It's just a spreadsheet that has a bunch of people on it that I reach out to regularly. But my offer, my number one offer to my VIP is HomeBot. I use HomeBot. If you use Lofty, you could do just well, you don't want to do a CMA, but you could do a market report. And market reports are great for a monthly email to go to them. And newsletters, that would be a great offer. But what is your offer? You need an offer for the top of each one of these funnels. And from that offer, it's going to help you create like a line item. I guess we could call it like just a line item marketing campaign for those people, which every one of those offers should lead into a campaign. And that campaign is in your Lofty account if you are, if you use Lofty. So that's just a step by step, like this is what I'm going to do. So like I have a blank calendar that has every month of the year, and every month I do something different for my VIP database. And that includes calling them quarterly or maybe like bi-yearly. If I'm being honest, that's been a rough year, so I haven't really called them as much as I used to, but you should call them quarterly. All right, so that's the VIP. So we're going to get back to offer number 2 because this is what Angela created and I want to let her explain this. And then offer number 3 is an offer for the public. So this is where you're going to build something to put out there more. So I'm going to use the example of a relocation guide. click here to get a copy of my relocation guide. I haven't even created that yet, you guys. I just decided to get back into production. So these are things, that's what I'm working on. I've been sustainable just from my VIP, and that's all I've worked as my database for the past year. But now I want to bump that up to like 60 closings for the year. So I'm having to, I know if you don't have enough leads, deals, you don't have enough funnels. You're not doing the work to work your funnels to get the leads to come into your business. And that's just fact. So I want to talk about number 3, offer for the public. So this is where listings to leads comes in. And we're going to get back to this because I'm going to go open up listings to leads and I'm going to show you guys a really cool hack that I'm going to show you what you could do. So for the public relocation guide, let's say another funnel could be you work with military. You offer a VA, something with VA. So you have some kind of an offer for the military, a military guide. Say you do probates, that would be another funnel. Probates, name another one, relo, probates, like these are big ones. Seniors, working with senior citizens, like that's huge. There's so much opportunity in that one by just going around to the retirement centers, figuring out how you can help them, be just really showing up in your community for the seniors. All of those are different ones. And then you just replace relocation guide with whatever the guide is for that offer. And then you just do consistent marketing in these ways right here with that offer, and you connect it to your Lofty account, and it's just a circle. You automate it. It's like first you got to create it. That's creating our foundations. And then you automate it, and then that just goes out there and works for you. So I want to have Angela come in and talk a little bit about offer number 2, becoming the local legend in your area and creating your passion community. And I did this with my Jeep group. So I know that this works too, because I've had deals and I've got those people on my VIP. And because of it, like we have an awesome Jeep group that we go hang out with and go on events. So Angela, you want to touch base here a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, it's kind of a combination of things, but I'll start off by telling you guys, I've been in real estate for 30 years. I've been a coach, consultant, trainer, writer, speaker for 21 years. And I've worked with people in the industry all over the world. And I found very early on that I really wanted to focus in on not just how to help agents become more successful, but really in under what's the word I'm thinking of? Uncovering the reason why they were not successful. Why were they not doing the things they knew they needed to do to be successful, and how to heal that, basically. And so I did a lot of focus in on agent psychology and this program, Local Legend. And I put that link for you guys in the chat. We did a 5-day workshop on this back in October. And day 5 is kind of, we're talking about a program that we actually ended up doing here with Dawn, where we're just kind of coaching and talking about those things that we do. But day 1 through 4 are like solid. We've got great speakers. We talk about a lot of different ways of how to build a community that you are just really passionate about serving. Because the thing that I found out in working with a lot of agents from a psychological perspective and more on the internal parts of success, we found that a lot of us have the same stories that stop us in our tracks, and that we're all wanting to lead from that servant's heart. And so when we show up for a group of people, may not have anything to do with real estate at all, but we're just showing up for this group of people that we just love to serve. We just connect with these people, like we have something in common, and then they will send you so much business. You don't have to do a lot of other things, you know? And so I kind of that local agent legend link that I put in there for you guys, you just put in your email address, and then you have access to all 5 days worth of videos. But We go in there and we talk about how to identify your passion community, how to identify what the stories are that are stopping you, and how to transform those stories into go stories. So it's not just about creating your passion community funnel, but also in uncovering the things that will stop you from reaching out to those people. So I really do highly recommend it. And I'll tell you that the community aspect I actually found on accident. And it was because I was had been working in real estate, and then I had kids. And when I had kids, all of a sudden it was a different story. I was like, you know what? I just want to stop working and just be a mom for a while and just, really absorb this moment in my life. And so I stopped, and we didn't have social media back then. I'm kind of old, you guys. So we didn't have social media. My kids are 10 to 28. I've got 5. So but at any rate, I wanted to just stay home and be a mom. So we had Yahoo groups. So the internet was, Yahoo was out and stuff like that. But we didn't have any social media. So there were Yahoo groups, and I joined some mommy groups on there. And I found one in particular that I just clicked with the people there. And all of our kids were around the same age. And it wasn't even my group. It was a group I joined. And I just started connecting in with these women, and I set up a play date at my house every Tuesday. We do like a story time and a little craft project. And I would call the moms every week and just check in on them, see how they were doing, just have a conversation with them. And, it was funny because one of the first things that people ask you when they meet you is, what do you do? And there at the mommies groups, because we were all clearly stay-at-home moms, it was, what did you do before you had children? So what did you used to do? And so mine was always like, well, I used to be in real estate. And they're like, oh, do you still have your license? I'm like, yes, I do. And they're like, great, because we're bursting at the seams. We need a bigger house. My parents are downsizing. My sister needs a new house. We've got to sell our old one. And before I knew it, business was just rushing at me from every direction. And I didn't have to do a thing. I didn't have to make any calls. I didn't have to do anything but show up, run that little event once a week, and call people and say hi and be a friend. And business flowed with not me having to do nothing. And the other good part about that was because I was working with my group of people also had little kids my kids' age. So play dates turned into listing appointments. And I took my kids with me on showings, and it was like no big deal because they had their kids, and the kids kept each other company while we were looking at a house. So it was really, really the most easy, simple, convenient, and fulfilling way for me to run my real estate business. It was incredible. And I say that because, I had intended to stop because my real estate business had been built on cold calling, FISBOs, expireds, withdrawals. I did that every day. And I would book appointments, and then I would go to those appointments in the afternoon. And so that's the way I did things. And so when I stopped, I had to do something completely different. And I had no intention of selling real estate at all. And then it all fell into my lap in a much easier way. And what I love about that is that I have found as I coached other agents through the years is that that same concept can be used for anything. I had a woman who was disabled, and so she walked with a cane, and she walked really slow, and she was very concerned that the people she was working with were annoyed with her, frustrated with her. So her business was starting to fail because she was not reaching out to people, thinking she was a burden more than a service to them. And we talked about building a passion community around other people who were disabled, and how she could connect in with people that, were in that same genre, finding houses that were suitable for people with whatever disability that they had in their family, connecting in with the, different groups and doctors and hospitals and things like this, and creating a network for those individuals. And she found success doing that. It's the exact same thing. It's just finding a group of people that just light you up, that you're like, oh, I love these people. These are my people. And then you build your business off of it simply by showing up for them as a resource, a support, a friend, and you know, that's what it's about. So really highly recommend you do that, and take the little 5-day workshop there and just watch the videos. They're fun. A lot of people have told me they've made a big impact on them, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. Yeah,
welcome.
those that was great. I remember that week. That was a great week. And we
Dawn's one of the
had,
speakers.
yeah, yeah, that's
Spoiler
right.
alert.
Yeah, forgot about that. Awesome. I should go back and revisit all that, but it was just really good. One of the things I want to say about Angela and the way she teaches and helps us as agents is like, y'all, we know what we're supposed to be doing, right? It's just why are we not doing it? And that is a block. I used to think, man, I just have something wrong with me. Like, I know I'm supposed to do all this stuff, but why am I not doing it regularly or no? And, there's several reasons for that, but Angela goes into that. There's a lot more to it than we think because it's how our brains work and the psychology of a lot of that is in those. If that's you, and I'm like talking to you, definitely go watch those recordings because they're phenomenal. And I'll tell you, Angela, this is so funny. So I met her the first time because I had her on as a speaker for our Power Girls event. And she was recommended as a speaker because she did this productive flow. No, it was chaos clutter. It was called chaos clutter or something like that for real estate agents. Like, why do we have all this clutter and chaos and like all these things? And it's like, um, I said, I messaged her. I'm like, I want to talk to you. I'm not hiring you as a coach, but I would love to have that talk with you. And then by the time we got off of that one call, I was like, who do I write this check to? Because I knew that that's what I needed. And I'm not trying to sell her as a coach. Like right now, she's our state broker. She don't even do that anymore. And so but I'm just saying it's such a gift for us to have her on here. We really would love for you guys to open up and dig in. I'm going to turn this off in a second and then we're going to the recording and then we're going to dig in. And if you're watching the recording, you got to show up live in order to get that one-on-one coaching with either of us. So I'm just super grateful for having her and knowing that it's not me. Like there was something. I worked on all those somethings. I found my way and I'm so happy today with everything. Not to say I don't have bad days, not to say I don't get below that line, but it's rarely. And the thing is, now I know what to do to get it back up. And my freedom to flourish stuff, these 4 pillars right here, and you guys come into this call will help you so much because every week you're just going to build a little bit. If you give yourself like 90 days, 3 months of coming to these, by the time you get done, you're going to have your 3 or 4 funnels flowing. You're going to have your Lofty account all set up. You're going to have campaigns going. I'm going to maybe have some guest speakers in to help and do things like Adam, who's on this call right now. Like he is a Lofty king. I think he's still on here. Yeah, he is. Adam Frank is new to Epic and new to us and such a gift. And so we're going to take advantage of him on the foundations because, Lofty is the foundation. It is your foundation for your business. So you don't want to miss that week. But just, you know what? Implement now, perfect later, work with us, come back, and let's just all do this together and have amazing real estate businesses. So I'm going to stop sharing now and I'm going to also stop recording.